Imagine how our grandma and grandpa are feeling right now.
Not my grandchild, no longer in my will. The mother of all boo-boos, a real-life Tarzan, also using wild animals as accessories. Somehow all of these topics make their way into this episode of So Far So Good. We are Jaggu and Tarana.
Tarana, I must ask you, how was your trip back home to Bombay?
Well, it's been
Are
about
we settled in?
Well, 5 days in, as you can see, I've decided to embrace the monsoon moisture of Mumbai because
Yes.
to try and set it means it'll last for about 10 minutes and then suddenly I'll go wing in the episode. So now why bother? When I'm in a better,
Because
when I
I
have
was a
more
little worried
fursa.
about the halo.
So the hair is like, this is like Bombay hair.
Okay.
It's also, I'm pleased to report to you, I am fitting into old clothes.
Oh, well done. Well done.
Having said that, it's a very
Well
loose
done.
dress.
But you didn't put on any weight in the recent past, so how does it matter?
Ever since I moved to Dubai, Jaggu, I have gained about like 7 or 8 kilos. But I don't throw away like clothes that I like, So like whatever I've left behind in mummy's house, I'm wearing. So anyway, so I'm in my mother's house. People have been commenting on like, what is this location? This is literally the only quiet location in this house. Firstly, house is very tiny. Two, we seem to be like a magnet for all the area's birds because the whole day, I think they've gotten used to my mother like chatting with them because she's like, "Aa gayi meri saheli." I'm like, "Kaun si saheli?" And she's like, "नहीं वो कोयल रोज मुझसे बात करती है पता नहीं किस बारे में but रोज आके बात करती है." And I think because of COVID and not too many people being out so much, the birds have sort of been having a field day. So we have too many birds all around the house, and we live basically on the first floor. So this is literally the quietest area in my house. Now, tough. Everybody did. This is it.
But that's
This is my
fine. It's
little
looking
space.
lovely. You have some old-fashioned wood. You have some fancy books. I know people
Fancy,
are
no.
commenting about your Hunger Games trilogy or whatever it is.
That is the Hunger Games. This is like the girl with the dragon tattoo. Maybe I'll change around the books and see if you'll notice in like future episodes.
Also, Tarana, tell us about all the fresh chicken that you have been buying.
Oh God! So like I was saying.
Wait. So when we go shopping in Dubai, we're sort of used to buying frozen stuff. I mean, it's freshly cut and then sort of packaged and it's kept over there and it has a 3-day expiry. But the point is, it's almost like you're buying, it was frozen this morning variety kind of thing. So Tarana goes to a, not butcher shop, chicken shop,
Okay.
let's say.
Okay, firstly,
in Bombay.
In Bombay, in the area that I live in, apparently all the cold meat stores are closed in the afternoon because they have to take a nap. Okay, I vaguely remember this used to be the case always, but I'd forgotten. So like my mom was like, "Arey, up to it's about 2:30, so they will be sleeping." And I'm like, "Who will be sleeping?" It's like the shops will be sleeping. So 4 baje jana. I'm like, "But isn't the like the curfew timings are 11 to 4, so shouldn't the shops be I don't know, open or whatever?" Anywho, I have gone at 3 to see what I can do, and none of the regular stores were open. And then I happened to go to the new vegetable market section, and I was buying veggies. And then I asked the uncle, "Hey, uncle, abhi सारी chicken की दुकानें बंद है क्या?" And he said, नहीं, आपको क्या चाहिए? And I said, boneless. So he said, "Acha, okay." And then he called his friend, "Raju, ana idhar." Raju has come. He's like, "Madam, ko chicken dilao." He's like, "Oh, madam, follow me." And I'm like, followed him in the, so it's an indoor marketplace. And I've gone on the back. And then and Raju very sweetly asks me, "Madam, aapko fresh chahiye ya frozen?" And I'm used to saying, "I want fresh. I don't want defrosted," because typically, as Jaggu explained in Dubai, they keep it, clean. So he said, "Okay, follow me." And suddenly I was next to squealing chickens.
Fresh, mana? Fresh. 5 minutes back, fella, fresh.
And I'm standing there like one, I said, "Oh, no, please, इनको मेरे लिए मत मारो, इनको मेरे लिए." And then he's like, "अच्छा, आप ऐसा करो, मैडम, आप उधर दूर जाके खड़े हो जाओ, मैं लेकर आता हूँ." अच्छा, नहीं,
आप जाके भाजी खरीदो.
ऐसा नहीं, प्लीज उनको रहने दो, पुराना जो भी कटा हुआ है वही दे दो, मेरे को, इनको मत मारो. And all. Ha. Then I stood to the side, but then I was like, "Can I still hear them?" Then I came back and I said, "Please, inko mat maro," because I swear I thought the chicken looked at me with like, really, you want to cut my life short? I don't know. I'm clearly one of those hypocrites who really shouldn't be eating non-veg food because I can't bear the thought of like the kill. But I literally only eat chicken, and that too only because it's a great form of protein.
But Tarana, because of you, the chicken probably lived for half an hour more.
I don't know.
Because the next customer had no such qualms. You know, you just stick to chicken pizza, chicken sausage, you know, that chicken salami.
One of these days,
you just stick to that.
One of these days, I will go vegan. Don't worry about it. But it didn't happen. But it was. I felt like a total hypocrite.
One of these days.
Yes. If you like my traumatic chicken buying experience, remember to like the video. This is a drill, okay? Remember you to always like our videos. I mean, because if you're watching so far and smiling along with us, then that means you like us. So no need.
Yes,
no need to
we
be
all
like,
enjoy jokes about dead chickens.
Stop it. Anywho, remember to like, comment.
If you are non-vegetarian, please like, subscribe, comment. If you would like Tarana to go vegetarian, please like, subscribe, comment.
That's right. That way we get everybody, because there'll be enough vegetarians like, aja, come back to nature. My mother will be most pleased because mother's vegetarian. Anywho, shall we get begun, Jaggu?
Yes, we should get begun with boo-boos happening, well, in Europe.
Speaking of mothers, the mother of all boo-boos happened over the weekend at the Tour de France. I'm sure you may have caught the news of how one crazy fan managed to sort of cause an accident that caused a lot of cyclists to fall, injure themselves, and then not race again. It is a huge, colossal boo-boo. And okay, let's show you the video because we actually have it in case you've missed it. This is, I would be like, I don't know, wanting to shoot myself if this had happened because of me.
Sign, and down goes Tony Martin.
Oh, Tony Martin, you hate to
That-
see it.
did you see that?
I don't know what I think of this yet. I'm going to have to take a day to process what I think of the spectators on the side of the road. But yeah, unfortunately, Tony Martin, and it was just a domino effect. When the riders are
And then-
that nervous,
that's
you're
not good.
smacked in their
And then this is like the top
sardines,
angle of how
and there's
they've fallen.
nowhere to go. So if you're sitting anywhere behind Tony Martin into his left,
Ba-boing,
most likely
ba-boing,
you're going to go down. You
ba-boing.
really don't have a chance.
And then all of them.
There, you see his crash there, and domino effect just spreads
Yeah.
it all the way across and closes this road down.
And then
So the
suddenly
guys
there's
in
like
the
a- like a
back, along
full
with the
traffic
ditch on the right,
jam
left
and
side of the
nobody
road,
is
there's no place
moving.
to go. You just have to
And
go
it was really
right into
painful.
the
So we
Because of
act-
that
You're either gonna be
one
held
tweet
up, or
fellow.
worse, you're gonna
Yes.
crash.
Okay,
The
so we
bikes are
also
parked, you're
have
gonna be breaking all
another episode. Sorry, not another episode. A slow motion angle of this, if you would like to see
Yes,
it.
please.
There.
Oh. Oh, good Lord.
This
This
happened.
is that one guy holding that cardboard poster.
It is a lady. Okay. For
Oh,
more,
lady.
for clarity, we do actually have images, so then you can see that it is there is a lady and there is a series of like photos. Okay, see, it's a lady. By the way, this is the image that the French police has put up on their Facebook page looking for her, because here she is. So by the way,
Oh, afsos.
Ale Opi Omi is hello grandpa, grandmother.
No, faster. Faster, grandpa, grandma.
Or hello or come or something. It's basically grandpa and grandma. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. She has also there. That very first German cyclist has crashed. A lot of other cyclists basically banged into him. And then bicharas are quite badly injured. This was the first of two crashes that happened on that day. So this happened on Saturday. And overall, 21 cyclists were really badly injured. So, like, the obvious questions people are asking is, what was she thinking she wasn't? She was interested in showing her cardboard poster to the TV screen, to the cameras. Like, मेरे को TV पे आने का है, so मेरा poster I should hold. Because she was not looking at where the cyclists are coming from.
She was looking in the exact opposite direction, which is where clearly the TV crew was.
Yes.
Very- so 1 minute. What happens now? I mean, we're looking for her. It clearly her being stupid, but it is clearly a mistake. It's not something she's done on purpose.
So she's not.
What, she gets away with a reprimand or
No. She is being sued firstly by the Cycling Federation, also different countries ka cycling federations, all these teams ka federations, because they're very upset. And they said, look, fans are fans. We encourage fans to come out and support us and be there. But you've got to know where to draw the
How to
line.
behave.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
always tell you to watch where you're standing and also to watch your children. And she is, firstly, she's on the road where the cyclists are coming, and they're coming pretty fast. Okay, they're coming at like 50 kilometers an
Yeah.
hour, which is why you can't brake because there's everybody behind you. And the peloton, the word peloton has been used, so it's basically a group of cyclists all being together. One of them banged, and then everybody fell. Right? So imagine if you suddenly screech to a halt. Of course, they're all going to come crashing into you. Which is
Yeah.
why the guy who saw her also was hoping ke dodge ho jayegi.
Huh. Yeah.
But anyway, so
Oh God.
she apparently looked very like horrified at what she had done, and then
It's too late for that now, woman.
but Sumri mein she has like gone back and melted into the crowd and disappeared. So now
Oh.
what is it? 11 mulkon ki police uske piche hai, 12 mulkon. Everybody is looking for her, and the French police is looking, and I think she's going to be charged for causing grievous body injury accidentally or something like that. There's a very appropriate sort of charge for her, and the entire internet is united in saying you can't say mistakes happen. This is like this is
This is
chronic.
stupidity.
Yeah, and this is chronic. Like, I want my moment in fame. I want to come on TV. So I'm not going to remember. I'm here to support sports people. And I mean, to participate in the Tour de France, it's a very, very tough cycling race. To participate,
Yeah.
these guys have like been training for months and years and lifetimes. And then for some of them to like, that's it, like one crash and then they're gone, because people are broken, like head injury has happened, 2 wrists have broken, ulna, radius, ego, sub. So it's not cool. But in case you had, made a little bit of a boo-boo at work, perhaps you're feeling better about yours.
Imagine
now-
how a grandma and grandpa are feeling right now.
Not my grandchild, no longer in my will.
No longer in my will. But come, Tarana, let me take you to the jungles of Vietnam.
Why not?
They have not like yesterday, day before, some time back, but the story is just about coming out. They have found the real life Tarzan. Now, before we get to any picture,
Remind us
there
of
is a bit
Tarzan.
of a story.
Remind us of Tarzan. Tarzan from the cartoon books and the movies is a person who basically grew up in the jungle
Yes, absolutely.
and
Tarzan,
is one
Jane, me, Tarzan,
one
you,
with
Jane, all of
one
that.
with the animals and okay.
Correct.
And so this is a real life
Correct.
Tarzan. Okay.
Correct. There's also George of the Jungle, but that's a whole separate story. But
Huh.
similar philosophy. So here's the thing, right? Ho Van Tran, his father,
Hmm.
at the end of the Vietnam War, so we're talking early 70s, it seems their village was attacked. The father lost his wife and I think 1 or 2 children.
Oh no.
He and his 2 sons escaped to the jungle.
Okay.
Now this is, I mean, father, he's married, adult, logical reasoning, all of that. So he has seen the world, or to the extent that he had where he was staying, escapes to the jungle and then decides that the Vietnam War is not over.
Okay.
So he continues to stay in the jungle, him and his 2 sons.
Okay.
They have not interacted with any humans ever. On the 5 occasions that they have seen people, they run away.
Oh,
On the
okay.
total 5 occasions. Yeah.
And how
Now,
many years is
no
this?
sign of the father. We're talking 40 plus years.
40 years in the jungle, and
Yeah, we're-
they have
we're
not
talking
really
in-
interacted with humans. Okay.
So up until we're talking a couple of years back. So this is a story more about integration, not the fact that they've just been discovered. So
Okay.
a couple of years back, a few years back, they were discovered. No sign of the father, but there's 2 brothers who were brought out of the jungle where they were living on fruits, honey, and general animals that they could hunt.
Okay.
They had never interacted, besides the 3 of them, with another human being. They ran away from whenever they saw human beings, but at some point, somebody has gone there and managed to get them out, gotten them to a village, and has since then been trying to get them to assimilate. Now, clearly,
Okay.
one brother has been assimilating more than the other brother because literally the elder one speaks on behalf of the younger one. The
And can
younger one, he
speak.
believes and can communicate.
I'm
The
guessing the
younger
father
one-
would have taught them some language, no?
Possibly.
Okay. It's not like just animal
elder
sounds
one
and
seems to be
chirps.
communicating. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the younger one, it seems, is still a child in a man's body. He was so young that he has never had any other human interaction. The elder brother potentially did and had some vague memory of it. The father certainly did. But now, between the two boys, this guy is a child in a man's body. Now, it's this thing of if you haven't seen, if you haven't experienced, then you don't know.
Okay.
He doesn't know the difference between man and woman.
Okay.
Sexual desire does not register with him. He has no
Okay.
idea how to compute that.
Is
He
he feeling
also doesn't
random
know the
sexual
di-
desire?
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not.
Like
Okay.
even after a couple of years, 2, 3, 4 years out of the jungle and in a process of assimilation. So he can how do I say this? He can tell man, he can tell woman, but he doesn't understand the difference between the two. He also does not understand the difference between good and bad.
Okay.
So if his brother says, I want you to hit that person,
He will hit.
he does it severely. There is no computation of this is a bad thing to do. He will just go hit that person. If he's given a knife and is told, I want you to push this knife into so-and-so person, he will do it because it doesn't register. So it's crazy what it's just that lesson of if you don't know, if you haven't experienced, then
So
you could
he's
live without.
so he's in the news right now because he has been found in the jungle, or people are commenting on the fact
No.
that after a few years also he hasn't managed to quite assimilate.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So there was an assimilation story, and this is how the assimilation could go wrong, could go right. But then we also have a picture of it.
Yeah, but first, imagine Tarzan, okay? Everybody, please imagine Tarzan. This is the last time we
Now,
saw
that is
Tarzan.
what. Correct. This is the general memory we have of what Tarzan from the jungle should look like.
Yeah, this is, I think, the Warner Brothers version of Tarzan. See, better photo of Tarzan.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct. So
Ripped because you
Hollywood
live in
and
the...
comic books have generally given us one theme to look out for
Ah.
as far as Tarzan is concerned.
This is, everybody imagines a Tarzan like this. And now, real life Tarzan.
I'm not so sure about the pedal pushers that he's wearing, but okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, you have to wear some pants, and hence. But if you wear full pants, then how
So
you can be Tarzan? So you have to wear half.
I'm used to leopard skin wrapped around Tarzan from the comic books.
But this is like modern age, Jaggu. We're in 2021. So this is modern day.
Correct,
They don't wear like loin cloths anymore. They wear these pants.
No.
And this is
Tarzan as a tailor. This
this
is
is-
real life Tarzan.
yes.
This is real life Tarzan. This is what life in the jungle. So this is the difference between what 40 years in the jungle will do to you and what Hollywood and the comic books tell you that they will do to you. There is a very clear difference, and the Tarzan that we're used to is usually, not really a smiley smiley face. This guy is just fabulously happy.
Speaking of the jungle, who is the king of the jungle, Jaggu?
The lion.
Yes. And if in your mind you said lion, excellent, give yourselves a like by liking this video. Remember to, in the comments, tell us what you think of the episode so far. Subscribe, bell icon, and share this episode and all our other episodes with like-minded people. But all you lion guessers,
Ah.
Pakistani celebrities can be quite mental. So COVID, so COVID is happening in a big way in the subcontinent, in India, as well as in Pakistan. But there, I think people are a little bit less interested in maintaining COVID protocol, not gathering, not throwing giant parties, because there is a celebrity, an influencer in Pakistan called Susan Khan, who just had a birthday party. And she is all over the news and has gone a little bit viral because of a certain guest that she invited into her party. Okay, so let me quickly show you what I'm talking about, and then we will discuss whether or not it makes sense to sort of do this or not. Okay, Susan Khan, birthday party. There she is.
Lovely.
That's her, birthday girl.
Birthday pet.
She pet a lion.
Why not?
That is a lion. A lioness
Oh, why
who
not?
has been brought to the party and is now going back home. And it hung like this in the party, the whole party.
Okay.
So
So please tell me there were repercussions. Please tell me there were repercussions.
I don't know, because I mean, on social media, Instagram and all, like, people are are very upset with her for being an absolute idiot. Why? Wildlife is not supposed to be a prop. You can't, like, you just can't. This is
Fair
just
enough.
totally wrong. And clearly the lioness was drugged, because the whole time she sat on that sofa and the handlers were around and people were, I don't know what, blasting music, walking around, dancing, touching, trying to take photos. That's all. And then, you know, and then the lion left. So initially there was confusion about, no, maybe she didn't hire, because if she hired a wild animal as a prop for her party, then she's the one in trouble. Also, the people who brought the animal would be in trouble. But if it is my friend's pet lion, then the friend should be in trouble. So then more of these videos came out where you can see
Are
clearly
there
that.
any rules about having pet lions?
So you are allowed to breed wild animals that are not indigenous to the country. Okay, so if you want to have a zebra in Pakistan, apparently you can. I don't know. This is some of the khabar. I mean, if you're from Pakistan and you're like, no, there is no such rule and all, everybody is just flouting the rules and all, oh, please let us know. But this is what I've read, that you can, you can breed exotic animals that don't naturally exist. But you're certainly not allowed to rent them out for party pleasures and party tricks.
Correct.
And nobody was wearing masks. So we're doing this also in COVID times.
Fantastic.
Without any
Quite
COVID
right.
protocol.
Yes. And endangering the lioness in the process.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, good Lord. Okay.
she must really love her
Let's
birthday.
please practice and see if any repercussions emerge.
But she must really love her birthday.
Tarana, I hope you're not getting any ideas for your next birthday.
No.
Because you like a good celebration.
But Susan, seriously, I mean, like I love my birthday, and for 2 years I have done nothing dramatic for my birthday, literally because of COVID. And like this, you must really love your birthday. I hope you've enjoyed your last free birthday, because someone out there is going to definitely put you behind bars.
In case you visited any such parties or are aware of such parties, please let us know in the comments. If you've thrown such a party also, please don't let us know that in the comments. No, that's a whole different situation. But please like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that. Hit the bell icon. You'll get notified whenever we put up a new episode, which will be soon.
It will be very, very soon. Thank you for watching, and we will see you very, very soon. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye, butterfly.